Hey everyone. All right. So I just got done training master IEP coaches who are in the current master IEP coach mentorship, which you can always go find at masteriepcoach.com. But I wanted to share with you something because I know this comes up a lot. There's a lot of feelings of insecurities when it comes to understanding all the things that come with special education and all the specialized terms and all the acronyms. And it just quite honestly feels like alphabet soup a lot. And I want to tell you that after being in the field for over 20 years professionally, I have a brother with Down syndrome. I became a special education teacher and I taught for a few years in the classroom. And for the last 20 years, I've been teaching nationwide, working with parents and teachers and admins and therapists. And now I have the Master IEP Coach mentorship, and I have people from around the country and in other countries who come into the mentorship, and we're talking all things special education. And no matter how much experience I have, I'm still going to ask people to define an acronym when I don't know what it means. So that just happened in our mentorship. And I always point out to those who are in the mentorship, I said, I'm going to ask what this acronym means. I'm never going to assume. So somebody used an acronym that I thought I knew what it meant, but it can mean different things in different situations. And what happened is she was using an acronym from the world that she is in, which is the behavior world. Okay. She's a BCBA. She has a completely different language than we use with IEPs. This happens a lot in the medical world. Completely different language, completely different, definitions and terms and uses of specific eligibility or, kind of diagnosis criteria. It's all different, whether you're talking IEPs or medical or behavior or all these different things. Okay. So I just want to give all of you just a little nudge. Okay. So it doesn't matter what your role is at the table. Like, teachers, do not be afraid to ask what the acronym is that the parent is bringing to the table, because that happens a lot of times too. Parents are experts in their child's needs, and they go to a lot of experts and they learn a whole different vocabulary than what you learn as a teacher or an IEP team member. You're speaking a completely different language. So for any of you who have ever felt like, this just feels like a hot mess, everybody's talking about things and I don't even know what half of it means. You know what? Other people at the table don't know sometimes what the person next to them is saying, but they're not going to ask because they're like, well, then my boss will think I'm dumb. Or, parents don't ask sometimes because they're like, I feel like I'm supposed to know this stuff. No, you need to ask. So if IEPs are feeling like alphabet soup to you, I highly recommend two things. One is start asking the questions. The second thing is come into the special education inner circle with me and let me help you put that alphabet soup all together specifically for your child or for your students. So the special education inner circle is where I teach all these things in depth. But tonight, one of the biggest teaching points that happened in the mentorship was showing them that even after decades of experience, I'm never going to say that I know every acronym and what it means and how that district is going to apply it. No way. No. But I do know the right questions to ask to know what it means and how they're going to use that. And that's what you have to get good at. You don't have to know it all, but you have to know how to ask about all of it. All right, guys, have a great night.